الذين اصطفى أما بعد فأعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم إذ تمشي أختك فتقول هل أدلكم على من يكفله فرجعناك إلى أمك كي تقر عينها ولا تحزن وقتلت نفسا فنجيناك من الغم وفتناك فتونا فلبثت سنين في أهل مدين ثم جئت على قدر يا موسى واصطنعتك لنفسي صدق الله العظيم وبلغنا رسوله النبي الكريم ونحن على ذلك من الشاهدين والشاكرين والحمد لله رب العالمين. Surah Taha. We are reading the story of Hazrat Musa, how he went through so many things. This ayah is Tamshi Ukhtuk. We read part of it last night, where Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is telling us that how Hazrat Musa, his sister, went to the slaves of Fir'aun or the court of Fir'aun and told them about the mother from whom Hazrat Musa will accept milk. And this is how Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala returned Hazrat Musa to his mother, so that her eyes might get comfort and she might not grieve. So therein is a lesson that a lot of times, and the story of Hazrat Musa particularly, and all Anbiya, the one lesson that is repeating itself again and again is that what the eyes see and what the mind believes is something that we are seeing, and it might look very dreadful, very horrific to us, that a small baby, it is being put into a closed box and it is being put in the river. So apparently there are no chances of the baby's survival. But when Allah wants to do something, when Allah has His own design, then Allah does things, and Allah makes the impossible possible, and Allah does the unthinkable. Allah makes the unthinkable happen. And when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wants to do something, then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is all powerful. So in the case of Hazrat Musa, this ayah that we are reading, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying, وَفَتَنَّاكَ فُتُونَا, we kept you, we put you through many troubles. We kept on putting you through many troubles. So after Hazrat Musa alayhi salam found a respite, he was a small child, he was an infant, and he was allowed to live. So already 3 times his life has been in danger. Once before he was even born, there was designed to kill all children that were born, all male children that were born that year. Then once when he was born and he was put in a box where apparently he could not even breathe and put in the river to drown. Then the 3rd time when his sister said something that would have jeopardized his life, would have confirmed his connection with Bani Israel, but so far at this 3rd time as well, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala protected him, that his life was saved and he was returned to his mother. Then when Hazrat Musa grew up, and this is the story that we already kind of mentioned, that when he was brought to Asya rahimahullah ta'ala alayha, and once she actually took him to Fir'aun to show him that this is such a beautiful child and this is how he is growing up. And the Fir'aun also, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, when he says وَأَلْقَيْتُ عَلَيْكَ مَحَبَّةً مِنِّي, Had Musa was such a person, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala had put such an effect on his face that whoever would see him, they would love him, they would have an affection for him. So Fir'aun also put him in his lap. But Had Musa was the Nabi of Allah, going to be the Nabi of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and this is at this point he pulled his beard and lowered his head and slapped him on the face. So this is again at this point again, and this has been mentioned again before, that this is when Fir'aun intended to kill him again. So for the 4th time his life was put in danger again, but Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, as we have mentioned, had Asya rahimahullah ta'ala alayha, she was wise enough that she presented a situation, a test for him, in which Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala sent Jibreel to make Hazrat Musa succeed, and Hazrat Musa's life was saved. It is written in books that the first time when Hazrat Asiya radiallahu anha or rahmatullahi alayha had brought Hazrat Musa to Fir'aun, and it is mentioned in the book as well that she said, Qurratu aini aynil li wa aynil lak. This is a coolness, comfort of the eyes for me and for you. But Fir'aun replied that this might be comfort of eyes for you. So the ulama have written that if he had said that I also love this child, if he had expressed his love, Allah would have given him hidayah. To express love for the beloved of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, this is proven from hadith. The Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam has said that a person is going to be with those in the day of judgment, those whom he loves. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is going to, it is said in the Quran as well that the ancestors that they have passed away, their future generations, although they might not have that kind of amal, but because of this relationship of love, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is going to bring them together. So anyway, then وَقَتَلْتَ نَفْسًا فَنَجَّيْنَاكَ مِنَ الْغَمِّ وَفَتَنَّاكَ فُتُونًا. When Hazrat Musa alayhi salam grew up to be a young man, he was a very strong person, and he had a natural tendency, a tenderness in his heart for his people, the Israelites, the people of Bani Israel. So it was well known that whenever there is a situation in which there is a conflict, he would have a soft corner for the Bani Israeli people, the Bani Israel. So one day it so happened that a Qibti, a Fir'auni, and a person of Bani Israel, they were fighting. And Hazrat Musa alayhi salam, he tried to separate them, and he tried to tell the right thing to both of them. And in that separation, this Fir'auni, he was punched by Hazrat Musa. Hazrat Musa, when he punched him, this person passed away. This person died on the spot. So Hazrat Musa alayhi salam, it was a mistake. It was something that Hazrat Musa did unknowingly. This was a qatl khata, something that a killing that is done because of a mistake. So he immediately repented to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. But the dead body of that Israeli, that Fir'auni, was taken to the court of Fir'aun, and the Fir'aun said that he did not have any good feelings for the Bani Israels. So he said that find me the murderer and I will punish him. And they started to look for the person who killed this person of the nation of Fir'aun, this Fir'auni, but they could not find. Hazrat Musa was really in a trouble, and he basically also went into hiding, trying to find out if Fir'aun learns who killed the actual person. But nobody knew who killed the actual person except for Hazrat Musa or that person of the Bani Israel whom Hazrat Musa alayhi salam was siding with. So the next day, when Hazrat Musa was going about, he saw that same Bani Israeli person from his nation fighting another person. So now Hazrat Musa found out that this person has some problem. He is the one who keeps on going looking for fights with people. So he started to tell this person of his own nation to take a step back and not fight people. And this Israeli person, when he saw that Hazrat Musa is talking to me like this, he's going to be against me today, he out of fear blurted out that, "Oh Musa, are you going to kill me just like you killed someone yesterday? Just like you killed the Fir'auni person yesterday?" And from that, the news leaked that Hazrat Musa alayhi salam killed the person that died yesterday. So Hazrat Musa alayhi salam, then Fir'aun sent his people to catch him, but before they could reach him, he took another way and left Misr, left Egypt in a very wretched state, in a very terrible state. He had fear, he had nowhere to go, he did not know what he should do, and the enemy was after him. Now once again, Hazrat Musa's life was put into danger again, and his life was jeopardized. But again, as we know, and we read with this, that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala protected him again. So many times in the story of Hazrat Musa alayhi salam, we see that everything, all odds are against him. The king is against him, everybody is being killed like him, but Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala saves him in a unique manner, in a hard to believe manner. A believer has to place their trust in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So this ayah completes as فَلَبِثْتَ سِنِينَ فِي أَهْلِ مَدْيَنَ. Had Musa then exited Egypt and went to Madian, and he stayed there for 10 years. We'll inshallah talk about the story next time because we are out of time. With her Shu'aib alayhi salatu wasalam in Madian. ثُمَّ جِئْتَ عَلَىٰ قَدَرٍ يَا Musa. After all this, you came, O Musa, to a destined point of time. So then Hazrat Musa alayhi salam, this is the point of reference that Hazrat Musa is returning from Madian. So inshallah we'll talk about how he went to Madian, how he reached Madian, and what happened to him in Madian. Inshallah in the next session, inshallah, which will be next Monday. And then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala made him come on his way back. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala called him, basically invited him to the Mount Tur, the valley of Tuwa, and he gave him prophethood. ربنا تقبل منا إنك أنت السميع العليم وتب علينا إنك أنت التواب الرحيم صلى الله تعالى على خير خلقه سيدنا مولانا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين آمين برحمتك يا أرحم الراحمين.